Hello, I am your host, Joshua Byrne, and today on Ukraine Simplified, we're going to talk about Russia's military strategy in Ukraine. As you know, the Russians are currently attacking Ukraine, and to attack someone, you must use a strategy. The Russians have been using similar strategy to Hitler in World War II. It seems they took a few notes during World War II, but apparently they dropped a couple on the way to class. In World War II, the Germans used a new strategy they had developed known as the Blitzkrieg tactic. This tactic, used properly, could be incredibly effective and devastating to the enemy. They plowed their way through the multiple countries with this strategy, and they were doing well. They did use this strategy in Russia, but they ended up losing due to freezing temperatures, a lack of supplies, and a general underestimation of their opponent. With this in mind, you can probably already draw similarities to what is going on now. The Blitzkrieg tactic requires momentum, and that is what the Russians tried, essentially attacking and not letting up, preventing your enemy from regrouping and adjusting. The Russians attempted this, but they ended up losing their momentum, therefore their initial attack did not go as smoothly as they had thought. After the original attack flopped, they decided to focus on certain regions, particularly one known as the Donbass. Donbass is a region of Ukraine that held a Russian separatist uprising. There are many people in the area that believe they should be a part of Russia rather than Ukraine. Because of this, the region should be fairly easy for Russia to take and hold. It isn't hard to take land over if there's no one to oppose you. This area could be very helpful for the Russians as it is very close to their border, therefore allowing Russian supplies to enter Ukraine without being attacked. It is also said that there may be more than 1/3 of Ukraine's soldiers in that area, which means if the Russians play this correctly, those soldiers might be done for. They might actually be quite close to the encirclement of these Ukrainians, as they are jetting for a land bridge between Donbass and Crimea, and if they take that, they now have blocked off a large portion of Ukraine from accessing supplies and money. This land bridge will also be important as it may allow them to circle the soldiers in the Donbass region. Another bit of Russia's strategy is numbers. They have been trying to win through pure numbers. One thing they didn't seem to realize was good planning and strategy can beat numbers. They have also been throwing old technology towards the conflict. They have been using some 50-year-old tanks and generally outdated equipment for fighting. This stuff is so old it often fails. So because of these many failures on Russia's part, their initial attack failed, but they may be able to pull it together and successfully hurt Ukraine. Also, in the latest development, Russia is pulling out of Kiev. The Russians are pulling away from there to focus more on the aforementioned Donbass region, or so they say. So currently Ukraine is in a bit of a pickle, but props to them for being able to repel the Russians for this long. Let's wait and see what rabbit Russia pulls out of its lethal hat, and what it does to employ these items.